Hello, hello everyone. How are you? Hope everyone is doing okay tonight. I'm gonna give y'all a second to come on if you can. I was hoping to be able to invite myself, but I guess not. Oh well. So hi, hello. I'm April with Grab Your Glam. So happy to have you here. We're gonna do a quick get ready with me, or basic hack, as we call it here in Maskcara Beauty Land. So hopefully this helps any of you new gals who are just getting your makeup or maybe getting it in the next couple of days, to see a fresh, this is how I do my makeup. Now, there's not a ton of rules when it comes, especially to this makeup. I'm going to do something a little bit different than a lot of people, but I'll get more into that when I do it. But these are some basic hacks that will help you learn to use this makeup. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully my dog doesn't go crazy. Okay, so first things first, I am not using a primer. I feel like sometimes, so I just recently switched shades because I'm in between colors right now. So I worked with a couple of artist friends and we kind of troubleshot. How do you say that? My skin. If you notice, I've got a lot of redness here, my nose, my chin. But then if you also really look, it may be hard to see on the camera, but if you really look, like I pull some green here and here in my mask. So I literally spent an entire afternoon, one Saturday, just trying different things. And this is what works best for me. So for my redness, I am going to go with a very, very light coverage of June, just in those red spots. And the reason that June works so well is because it is a green base and green naturally covers red. So the only place I'm not going to put that, even though I'm red, is here on my chin. Hi, Allison. Because I pull green so easily in this area, even though this is red, when I put June here, it still just pulls really green all over. So there's just some, even my face has to be extra. So it's where we are. Okay, so I'm still using my favorite brush ever, the Best Blend Forever. This is what I'll do my entire face with. And so I'm gonna start out with June, which is that green-based highlight color. And I'm really lightly covering these red spots. And my whole goal here is to bring those to the same color as the rest of my skin. So I'm basically just neutralizing that red. And I still don't have batteries for my mirror that I normally put behind. I accidentally did a subscribe. I am putting on June highlight. It's a green-based highlight that will neutralize all my red so that I can do my all over color. I'm basically just bringing my face up to one single color. So I don't have that mirror behind me because I accidentally did a subscribe and save instead of just a regular order on batteries through Amazon, and it's not coming until March 26th now. So I may keep looking down into my compact because it has a mirror. All of our compacts have mirrors in them, which is awesome. Okay, so you can see already how quickly and easily that is neutralizing that red. And so obviously the goal in everything is to use the least amount of makeup possible, right? Because I need to. because I need those dang batteries. Or I could just go to the store and buy batteries. I mean, what fun would that be? So the goal with everything is to use as little makeup as possible to achieve what you're wanting to achieve, right? So I am not going heavy at all. This is like a super light. I'm using very, very little product. But look how well, I mean, I gotta keep checking down here, but look how well that's covering already. Remember, I'm not gonna do this area because it already, even though it's red, pulls green super easily, but I am gonna do this area. For some reason, especially right over my brows, I pull super red. It's just bonkers what my face decides to do. Okay, so now that I have neutralized those red spots and made my face much more one single color except for this mask area, now I'm gonna come into Mango. So Mango is much more orange than June. You can see that clearly in the tins. And that is going to help cover those green areas where I pull green, which is right here on my temples, and then in my mask area, which your mask is like, think of your mask areas where like those masks that you can't get anymore because people are freaking out, where those would go. All right, so now my face is pretty much one color. And you're probably thinking, you pretty much just put makeup on your entire face. Sort of. Yes, I did. But we don't want just two solid, totally different colors of makeup on our face, right? Even though it's neutralizing, it's bringing our face to one color. If you look at me closely, you would be able to see the differences. And there are patches where I don't have makeup. So what I do at this point, remember to if you hop on, say hi, is I'm going to lightly mix these two just by kind of dipping into June and then dipping into Mango. And then I am really lightly going over those areas. I trust one person with my tattoos. Her name is Lenny, and she owns the Salty Siren Tattoo Lounge on Main Street in Greenwood. Although I honestly would trust any of her artists in there because I trust Lenny and I know she will not hire an artist that is not good and trustworthy. It has been thoroughly vetted by her. I've gone to Lenny for a long time now. Okay, so we're just dipping a little bit into June and a little bit into Mango, and we are covering the areas that we didn't put makeup before, but also doing a very light, very, very light. Yeah, it's Lenny. Very light coverage of them both all over. Hi, Megan. If you hop on, say hi. I ordered refills of this June and Mango today. Thank you. These were made by a local artist. I love them. You're welcome, Allison. And I ordered them this morning at like 12:30, and they have already shipped. I was like, what? Talk about them getting their shipping stuff together. Heck yeah. Okay, so here we are. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I did not put anything else on my nose. I put June on it to correct it earlier, and then I did not put anything else on it after. And that's just because that's what my nose does best with. It likes June, and so we keep it June. And if you notice, there's not a big difference in how it looks. So it works out. All right, so there is my all over. I've already got my all over done. Now I'm just gonna kind of wipe off my brush on my paper towel, and I'm gonna move straight into my contour, which I'm kind of going back and forth between the two. Last couple days, I've been using indigo, which is this color right here. This is indigo. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in, and I'm gonna start up here at the top of my ear, and I'm gonna follow my cheekbone down. You can see where my cheekbone is. I'm just following that down. Okay, so you don't wanna go really past the edge of your eye, because you don't wanna bring it too far in, and you don't wanna go too low. You wanna keep it up, starting your ear, moving diagonally towards your mouth, along your cheekbone. The great news is, if you realize that you've started too low, or you've gone too far, or you started too high maybe, all you have to do is dip into your last color, your face color, and fix it. You just go right over it. It's pretty fantastic. That's what's great about using cream makeup, is that it's so easy to fix. Gotta make sure I'm doing what I need to be doing here. Can't really see in this. All right, so there are my cheekbones. I'm gonna do my jaw. Oh, I love these earrings, but they're kind of getting in the way right now. Okay, so for the jaw, because I have a round face, I don't go directly under the jaw, I actually go right on my jaw. And then because I already have jowls starting, I stop contouring here. If you don't have your jowls starting, bring them all the way through. But by stopping there, it helps minimize that area rather than making it more noticeable, which is what would happen if you went all the way down through your chin. And see, I'm kind of taking that bump and I'm making sure that I'm covering it. I'm creating that shadow to make it kind of go away. All right. All right, how are we looking so far? I think I've only been on, I don't know how long I've been on. I never pay attention to that stuff, but I should, I know. Well, also, I talked for a while in the beginning. All right, so I'm switching over to the small end of my Best Blend Forever, and I'm gonna contour my nose. You don't have to contour your nose. This is totally up to you whether or not you do this. But I do it because, I gotta see over your comments, because, hi Tammy. I contour my nose because it's been broken a few times, so it's not straight anymore. And I don't like how it kind of really widens out at the end. So I'm just going to create the illusion that it is thinner and that it is straight and that it is not quite so wide on the end. Now, yes, that looks crazy right now, but it won't when I'm done. And then I'm just gonna take my finger in this white peach, which is my brightening highlight. I'm gonna run it right down that middle. In between where I put my contour. And that lighter spot in the middle is what, with the little bit darker on each side, is what is going to draw people's eye to that. It's really helpful if you do it straight, especially when you're trying to make your nose look straighter. But I gotta be honest, I just can't see in this dang phone. I got really spoiled using that mirror. All right, well. If I wasn't just taking this right back off, I'd fix that, but. All right, so we also wanna make sure that we're keeping a triangle of light. So basically what that means is you want to make sure that the center part of your face is brighter. Hi, Sean. And we accomplish that by using this brightening highlight. So I'm, again, using the small end of my Best Blend Forever, and I'm going to brighten right here between my eyes and my forehead. Hi, Terry. And then to pull that light down, I'm highlighting my Cupid's bow and this little ball on my chin. Okay, so now I've created a nice triangle of light once I do my under eye, which will be in just a second. All right, so for my next, I'm going to do my cheek. And the reason I don't do my eye yet is because I feel like I can blend things better if I have my lip and cheek on first and then do my eye rather than swapping those and trying to put lip and cheek on top of it. All right, so let's do a nice fun springy pink color. And one of my favorite ones to use for that is called Pink Grapefruit. It's this one right here. And yes, it looks bright as heck in the tin. But girls, you have control of that. So the heavier you put it on or the more you use, the darker it's going to be. If you don't want it that dark, don't put it on that dark. Okay, you got control. So we're gonna start here on our apples. We're gonna move it back just a little bit. Now, if you bring your blush back, don't come up with it. Don't, like, you wanna keep it out of this area and you wanna keep it, hi Mallory, about 2 finger widths or no closer than the middle of your pupil coming towards your nose. And if you do those things, if you do come in more than that, one, you're gonna close your face off, make it look not as wide and bright as it should. And when you're getting in here, hey girl, this is where your eye makeup should be. Your blush should not be up here. If you're up here with your brush, girl, just bring it down, settle down. All right, so one way that I make sure that I'm following my line is I do this. For whatever reason, this helps me stay straight and not go up. But if you go up, I'll show you how to fix that. So again, we're just looking for a nice little pop of color. We don't need to look all crazy. And yes, this looks heavy the way it is right now, but I still have to blend everything. So and I do like to carry my blush back. I think it makes my face appear longer, and it's just a more pleasing to my eye than having just a dot right there. Even if you don't bring it back, blend it back so you don't look like a doll with just these little rosy cheeks and then nothing else. All right. So that is our pink grapefruit. Now I'm gonna flip back over this small end and I'm gonna brighten my under eye with this white peach. So we want the smallest amount of product possible under our eye. Good. So I just tapped my brush into white peach. Like, you do not ever really want to like dig your brush in. That is way too much product. All you should be doing is tapping in, okay? Remember, cream has no liquid to water it down, okay? There's no water in there to water it down like a liquid foundation. So these are going to be more pigmented. You don't need as much product, okay? So all I did is I just brightened, I brought it down the side of my nose and then up. I'm coming up to give the illusion that my face is lifting rather than falling. But trust me, girls, it's falling and it's sad. All right, and then I'm just going to kind of tap that in, make sure it's not settling in any lines, make sure there's not too much under there. But look at the difference in brightening that it made. Like, it's huge. All right, so again, we're starting right in the corner, bringing it down, and then coming across. And you'll notice, like, I do everything before first, and then I go in with what's left on my brush under my bag, because I don't want a ton of makeup under there. All right, so see how there is a very distinct line where I have my blush? Let's smooth that out. Okay, so we do that by taking our face colors, which for me is June and Mango, affectionately called Django. And I am just brushing that lightly along that line that you see. And then I will kind of step back and let you see the difference. Okay, so here's one that has been kind of smoothed out. This side, not smoothed out. So, big difference. This one definitely looks more natural than that one. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Again, we're not hardly using any product. If you have questions, throw them down there. Let's hear them. If you want to get color matched, if you haven't done it yet, I can help you out. Just message me or leave me a comment and I'll get in touch with you. I am still looking for 2 hostesses this month for Battle of the Babes. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, so that's my face. Now we get to blend all these crazy lines I put on here. Oh, I forgot one thing. And it's so important, it makes such a difference. Okay, so back on my small end, I have White Peach, which is my brightener highlight. It's what I put under my eyes, my nose, brighten my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin with. I'm gonna pop that right here under my contour. And I do that because it, believe it or not, just that tiny little bit, makes a huge difference in just the shaping of your face. It's crazy, I know, but it does. All right, now it's time to blend with this wonderful little ball. So, again, I am not dragging, I am dabbing. Okay, and you only blend until the lines are blurred like this, okay? If you overblend, you are just taking your makeup off and you just wasted 10 minutes of your life and product. So don't overblend. This Perfector sponge is damp. I got it wet before I started. It's been chilling out in a paper towel while I do this. Sorry, I have to stand up to see over comments. Well, I'm already standing up. I have to get on my tiptoes to see over comments. All right, so here I am, all nicely blended. Just making sure nothing looks crazy. It doesn't. All right. Now for that lovely glow that you can only get this time of year from our gorgeous bronzer called Bella. All right, so I'm gonna take the big fluffy end of my B-squared brush, and again, I am lightly dipping, okay? No swiping here, kids. And I'm going to start up here, right at my hairline. Oh, I should only do, I'm gonna do one side. It's a little late on this, but for the rest of it, I'll only do one side and I'll show you the difference before I do the other side. So I know Bella looks super dark in the tin, and honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was terrified of Bella. Hi, Robin. I was absolutely terrified of using Bella because it does look so dark. And I was like, I am just not down with looking like I belong in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? Not cool. But when applied correctly, Bella will absolutely give you that gorgeous sun-kissed glow without causing cancer or burning your skin or having to get hot, sit out in the sun. Okay, so I don't know how much it picks up on camera, but look at the difference here. Hi, Tammy, on this side versus this side. Now, I forgot and put it over here, but it just warms you up so nicely. And I go very light with Bella. A lot of people go a lot darker with Bella, and that is personal preference. I already have a little bit of a darker skin tone, so I just don't feel like I need that much of it. So I go along my hairline, bring it down on my temples, across the top of my cheekbone, and then I always bring it down a little bit down there, just make sure I'm matching everywhere. All right, so now we're warm with Bella. I'm gonna hit it one more time with the Perfector just to make sure. Hi, Terry. Just to make sure we don't have any weird lines from that. Okay, so, oh gosh, hair day is tomorrow. Thank you, Lord. Oh, I'm so excited. Gotta get, actually this top isn't going away because I'm growing it out, but look how freaking long it is. It's so long. If you've known me for very long, you know this is very long for my hair. Okay, anyway. So the next thing I use is, what is this stuff called? Setting powder. We have our Vanilla Dust setting powder, which is a fantastic product. But remember, I have a weird face and my nose is very sensitive to touch. Like, if I did not use this on my nose and you touched it, my makeup would be gone. And that's really annoying to have a flawless face and a nose with no makeup on. So, this setting powder that I'm using is by Hourglass. It's called Mineral Veil. You can get it at Sephora. It is the most finely milled setting powder I've ever used in my life, which is why I can use it under my eyes because it doesn't settle into my fine lines, which is great. So I also tend to be a face toucher, which is why I go along my jaw and chin. So basically I did my T-zone. Forehead, nose, chin, under eyes, and then I do it along my jaw because I like to touch my face. Especially while I'm working. I'm not really paying attention. Yeah. And now we're getting yelled at to not touch our face. It's like, I really need to remember not to touch my face. All right, next is brows. And I'm using this eyeshadow color, it's called Trust, and my Hotline brush. I'm using this little end, and I will groom my brows with a little spoolie end. So my philosophy on brows are, actually I just learned some things about brows this weekend. Because I'd always heard that your brow should start here, but technically your brow should start here, okay? So if you look, you have to, yeah. So I have hair, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I've got little tiny hairs right here. I was not starting my brow until here where the bulk of my hair started, and that was actually incorrect. That was making my face appear, my eyes appear more wide set than they are, which overall was making my face just a little out of proportion. So we're gonna fix that by putting it in the correct place. And I'm gonna flip this to this side so I can access this and the mirror easier. Okay, so I'm dipping into my trust and I'm gonna try to do this where we both can see. All right, so I'm starting right here where those tiny little baby hairs start. I am using short hair-like strokes and I'm making sure that I'm going straight up right here on the edge. And, you know, honestly, brow shape and how dark you do your brows is totally a personal preference. But your edges should be lighter than the center. Think of it kind of as like an ombre brow. And you should be using short hair-like strokes to make it more natural looking. And I don't accentuate my brow really any. I don't change the shape of it any. I just follow my own shape and fill it in. Tell me if I'm covering myself up. I don't think I am, but. So the center part should be the darker part, and then again fades as you go towards your tail. So there we are. I could literally sit and just like fuss with my brows all day, but then I end up just looking like this big, massive brown up here. So I have to force myself not to. All right, moving on to the next one. This one has less hair, so it's a little harder to see. Again, we're just starting where those small hairs start, which is straight up from the inside of our nostril. I don't know what you would call that. And we're just coming up and using short hair-like strokes. And you see this brush is angled. Hey! And that makes it really easy to go the same direction as the hair. So make sure that you're following. If I was going up right here, that would just look crazy because that's not how my hair grows. This one always is the troublemaker over here. Do you guys have one brow that's a troublemaker? Just doesn't want to look remotely close to the other one. It's like its own little person over here. Okay. Well, it's not too bad for doing them in a phone. So anyway, there's my brows. I know there's going to be a huge delay, so I'm going to ask y'all now. Do I leave it at this, or do I go ahead and do an eyeshadow while I'm at it? Be voting, pretty please. Whether you want to leave it like this, just a simple basic hack, or want me to do eyeshadow real quick. All right, so next, I am wiping off, hi Jill, the big brush that I just put my bronzer on with, and that's when I'm gonna dust this powder off with. Any excess powder. Okay, and this is where I put on my stay spray. And the reason I do it right here is, one, because I want a stay spray. I want to make sure that my makeup is set. I'm almost out. I've got another bottle, but thank you. This also makes a fantastic eyeshadow primer. So if I were to go into my eyeshadows right now, I wouldn't need to use any other primer because this works great for it. So I haven't seen any votes yet on whether or not I should do eyeshadow. What do y'all think? Should I cut you loose or should I do an eye look? Just clean off my brush in anticipation. I have no idea who's still watching. All right, well, we're just gonna do one real quick. Do eyeshadow. All right, I'm getting thumbs up from Tammy. Jill says do eyeshadow. We're doing it. All right. I want to start, what colors should we do? Blues, purples, pinks, browns, oranges, greens, maybe greens. Since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, how's that? How about a green? If you don't have any of our greens, we have these three right here. This is number 30, whoop, where's my finger going? Number 33, Ivy League, and then, sorry, this bottom one's Ivy League. This is, why can't I not remember the name? Emerald City. So number 33 is Shimmer. Tammy says purple. How about we incorporate purple into the green look? Ooh, could look like poison ivy. So number 33 is Shimmery. And I'll show you that. I'll show you the difference between the three of them. Okay, here are the three of them. So you've got, hello, well, hopefully you can see it. You can see how shimmery, okay, green sounds good, that's good. See if I come back here if it makes it better. So you can see how shimmery number 33 is. And then this is Ivy League, sorry, this is Emerald City and this is Ivy League. Emerald City has a lot more gray in it, so it's not quite as bright green. And then Emerald City is really just like a straight green. So the lightest of the three definitely is number 33, and it's the one with shimmer. My personal favorite is Emerald City. Hi Cheryl. Hi Sandy. So we've already done our face. Now we're going to do our eye look. When I am using dark colors like this, I personally really love to make sure that they are nice and deep. And I do that by adding a dark color underneath. Last time I think I showed you using Cola. This time I'm going to use Salem, which is our dark, almost black. It's not actually quite black, it's almost black. So I'm gonna start with Salem right here on my lid. And this is basically just laying down a dark color for Emerald City. That's all I'm doing. Because I want to make sure that I love the color of Emerald City, and I want to make sure that that richness shows. And if I had put a dark color under Salem, it would appear much darker. Now, this isn't going to work quite like Cola because it's not that sticky base that Cola was, but it will definitely help to kind of deepen that and make sure it's as dark as we want it to be. Remember, when you're doing eyeshadow, two really important things is that you blend and that you come all the way down to your lash line so you get all that color that you took so much time putting on there. I switched to the eyeshadow everything so I can get right in my corners. And go right in that crease. And I'm blending this out. You can see I got it where I don't want it, but again, we're using cream makeup, so that is easily fixed by doing this. Okay. And again, could do a better job of it, but. All right, so I've got a nice dark Salem laid down. I'm gonna come right into my Emerald City, which again is this one. So that's that middle one that I was showing you. All right, and I'm gonna go right over that Salem with Emerald City. And look at that beautiful green color. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. This one also has a little bit of shimmer in it, not as much as number 33, but it definitely has a sheen to it, which again, I love. Okay, now there are several colors that work well with green to transition. My favorite one to use is Bubba and Zion. Isn't it beautiful? I should wait to fix this since I'm not done putting this color on, but okay, we'll fix it better when I'm all done. Okay, so I am going to take the other side of my, so that's where I put my Ivy League and Salem on with. So I'm gonna take this other side. Yes, Terry, you want more colors? For sure. All right, bye Sandy, thanks for tuning in. So I'm gonna start with Bubba, and this is going to be my transition. So I'm coming right above my crease where that Ivy League and, Emerald City and Salem is. And I am placing that Bubba. Bubba is kind of a brownish or orangish brown color. Which doesn't sound attractive, but it's actually one of my absolute favorites. Okay, so that just transitions right into that. And then I'm grabbing the fluffy end of my eyeshadow everything to blend out that top edge. And to blend where this transition is to make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay, now we're not doing a cut crease. Cut crease would have required a lot more work. But and then I'm gonna take my multitasker brush, which is this little guy right here, into Cupcake, which is this nice, just kind of cream. It has no shimmer in it. And I'm gonna put that right at my brow. Thank you. just to fill that space up there and help transition Bubba. Okay, now you can kind of go anywhere you want with this from this point under here. So whether you want to keep it super low key down here because you've got it pretty bold up there, then grab Bubba, and just smoke it orange, okay? Or you can grab a brown and do the same thing. I think we all know at this point I'm extra and I'm going to do green under there. So I've got green. Thank you. Jill's the one that gave me pointers on my eyebrows. She's actually one of the ones who helped me with my little dilemma on Saturday that got me to these colors. So, okay, so I'm coming right on my lower lash line thank you, waterline, and I am just building up this Emerald City. I personally want it to be a little bit heavier here and then kind of gradually fade out. So that's how I'm going to build it. Okay? And I love the drama that it adds because, as I always say, I love drama in hair and makeup only. No other drama, please. But hair and makeup, give me all the drama. Okay? There we go. And I haven't done this yet, but okay. So next thing I want y'all to vote on. Do we want to add some gold because driving the kids around? Thank you. Have fun. Be safe. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, next thing to vote on. Do we want to add some gold in because we are doing this kind of like a St. Patrick's Day look, or do we want to use number 33 as a shimmer? Let me know while I make this eye match this one. All right, so first we're starting off with Salem. Again, you're letting me know, do we go add some gold for our St. Patty look or a lighter green shimmer? Terry saying shimmer. Don't fall. Okay, there's my Salem. That is just my dark base that I'm going to put Emerald City on top of. Now we're coming in Emerald City, which is our beautiful green. That I love. Now, remember, like I showed you the other day, you do not have to go so bold with this. Like, you can definitely use this in a much more subtle way. I just personally love bold eye looks, but I know they're not for everyone, so. All right, there is my Emerald City. We've got it in all the corners. Looking pretty. Now we're gonna come in with that Bubba for our transition up here. At this point, I'm just making sure one eye is going to kind of sort of at least match the other eye. I'm gonna blend that out. I think we need a little more Bubba. I just love the warm color that Bubba gives in Cyan. Cyan, oh, it's fantastic. Cyan's like a darker version of Bubba. So good. All right. Now we'll add our Cupcake up here at the brow. And Cupcake is this nice kind of cream. It's a matte, it's not a shimmer. Okay. I'm gonna bring Bubba down here, smudge out. Down here. And then I'm going to go that extra mile and put Emerald City on my lash line and apparently in my eye. And again, I want it more concentrated here on the outer edge, and then it will fade as it gets closer to my inner eye. I'm just rounding out the top of my lid here. Okay. So, number 33 is that lighter shimmer green. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on my finger. Look at that, it's so pretty. And I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Of that lid. And it is not a vastly huge contrast, but look what it does when I open my eye. Like, it's so much brighter right there than this one. And again, I'm just getting a little bit on my finger and tapping it on my lid. This is number 33. And I'm doing it this way because it's a shimmer, and our shimmers just absolutely shine when you put them on with your finger. Now I'm taking my eyeshadow Everything that has that Ivy League, and I'm just blending up to my shimmer that I just put on. I'm blending over it. So we don't want it to look like we just have fingerprints of shimmers, right? We want to make sure everything's blended. All right, now we need something for our inner corner. I love to brighten my inner corner. So let's use I think since we're already pretty bold, I'll use something not. I thought about using an illuminator, which is like super, super, super shiny. But we've already kind of got a lot of bold going on right now, so I'll just use my nice trusty unicorn, which is this white shimmer, which you cannot see the shimmer, it just looks like a bright white. But trust me when I say it has shimmer, and you will see it. So I'm just taking my multitasker and dotting the inner corner. Now you do not have to do this if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I like it, but, and actually I think I'm going to go back over it with Sabrina. While Unicorn is a bright white shimmer, Sabrina is more of a cream shimmer. I'm almost out of her, but because these are pretty much all warm colors, I should have used Sabrina, which is warmer than Unicorn, but I wasn't thinking. So I'm just going over that with Sabrina. All right, so again, you don't have to do that part. That part went a little extra, which again, we can clean up just by grabbing our brush that still has a little bit of makeup on it and going over those areas. If you feel like, you know, you want a little heavy in that. Okay, so there we are with our St. Patty's Day eye look. I'll throw some mascara on super quick. And then do lips real quick and be out of here. That was super. Yeah. So normally I would have taken a wet paper towel and fixed that. Or sorry, a wet Q-tip and fixed it. But of course, I didn't bring them out here. So there we go. I had a friend recently tell me if you don't open your mouth when you're doing mascara, you won't get it up on your eyelids. And I've been testing a theory out, and I have not gotten it on my eyelids, but I have gotten it on the sides of my. So, plus my mascara is almost dried out, so it's not like as working as well as normal. Normally my eyelashes are a lot longer than this. I don't know what is going on. You ever have those moments where you look at your eyelashes like, I know you're there, why are you not showing? That's okay. I buy these little guys on Amazon. You get like 300 of them for like $5 or $6. One, I need them for makeovers, but two, I keep some in my makeup because I like to comb out using a brush with no mascara on it. You want to hear the mascara story and why we don't have mascara? Okay. Well, why we don't have mascara, I don't know. Supposedly they're working on it, but I've heard that the last like year and a half, so I don't know. But okay, our founder's name is Cara, C-A-R-A. And she has always been very into makeup. And she realized, even at a young age, like all of her mom and all of her friends' moms, they all wore makeup, but they all also complained about the makeup. Like they were never, it took too long, or it didn't look right, or they couldn't find the right colors, or it wasn't flattering on them, or whatever. So for her 5th grade science project, she decided to design a clay mask that you could pre-apply makeup to. And then in the morning when you got up, you could just stick it on your face and your makeup would be there. Obviously, it did not work, but that was kind of the beginning of Kara's passion for finding out a solution to the makeup problem as an industry whole. But also the start of a name. The other reason that Maskcara as a name has meaning is because, again, that industry issue where I've not been able to find this brush, where all of the makeup companies make foundations that are one color, and they expect you to, I'm just lining my lips with indigo contour. They expect you to all use this one color of makeup for your face that is not one color. Just like if you caught the beginning of this, you saw that my face is not even close to being one color, in that I used June to make my face one color. So when you use makeup that is all one color, you're either getting one that's too light for some areas of your face, or you're getting some that's too dark. Either way, some part of your face is not going to be correctly colored, right? And when you do that and you take a face that is multi-dimensional and put one color makeup on it to fit all, you create a very mask-like look. It doesn't show your skin because you had to cover it with so much makeup to try to get it to cover, because you're not using colors correct for your skin. Like, you wouldn't buy a couple of different colors of liquid foundation and put them on different places on your face. It just wouldn't work. So when you use that one over color to try to make your face be one color, that creates a very mask type look. It doesn't let your beautiful skin show through like it does with this system and this way of applying makeup. So that is the other part of where a mask came in. So, and then obviously her name is Kara, so that was just, you know, a nice little fit. Okay, so the other color I'm going to do on my lips, I haven't tried this. We'll see how it works out. So Frenchie is a very neutral color, which obviously I've got a lot going on with my eyes, so neutral is kind of the way to go. I absolutely love Frenchie on my cheeks. It's one of my favorites. And I think literally anyone looks good in it. So just a nice little neutral. And I'm gonna top it with Sadie. Sadie is this kind of glossy brown. As a cheek color, I never use Sadie as a cheek color. But I pretty much top every single one of my lip colors with Sadie. One, I love the texture of it. It's so smooth and glossy. And two, it just brings a neutrality to every lip color. So, okay, here is my easy hack that I'm pretty sure only took like 10 minutes to do. And then obviously the eyes are not basic by any means, even though it didn't take all that long. So anyway, here is my basic hack with a St. Patrick's Day eye look. And hopefully you like it. Hopefully you learned some things. If you caught just the end, I would encourage you to go back and watch the beginning because I was teaching through how to put this makeup on. But anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or message me or text me if you have my number. Otherwise, I will see y'all later. Terry, we still need to get together, by the way. So let me know when you want that to happen. And if you are not local and have bought makeup and you get it and you look at it and it's like, now what? Just message me. We can Zoom, we can FaceTime, I can record a video of me putting it on in a tutorial and send it to you. Whatever is gonna work best and easiest for you, that's what we'll do. Comment if you have time on more. Okay, I can do that. So just let me know where you're at and what you need, and I will do my best to do that for you. Otherwise, I will let you all enjoy the rest of your evening while I go fix dinner. But I look great doing it. So anyway, I will see you all later. Terry, I'll give you a call. And that's it. So thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. If you are interested in being part of the Babe Bash, let me know as soon as possible. I'd like to get that rolling within next week or so. And that is the 4 hostess party. The description's on my page because it would take a minute. But if you're interested in being a hostess, earning free makeup, hanging out for an hour with just some girls having fun, all online, let me know. And we'll get you hooked up into the Babe Bash and we'll all have a blast. So anyway, I will see you all later. Talk to you later. Bye.